As tensions rise globally, some people are becoming more conscious about where they invest their money and how they can align their financial goals with their personal values. UBC students recently voted overwhelmingly in favor of a two-day strike happening yesterday and today. They're calling on the university to divest from companies they claim are complicit in Palestinian human rights violations. There is also backlash against those who invest in Tesla stock amid strained Canada-US relations. To talk more about ethical investing, we're now joined by Tim Nash in Toronto. He's the founder of Good Investing, a company that helps Canadians put their money into places that are sustainable and intentional. Thanks for joining us, Tim. First of all, can you explain, just to clarify, what exactly or how do you define ethical investing?
Sure, absolutely. Thanks, Dan. So ethical investing goes by several names, whether it's socially responsible investing or sustainable investing or ethical investing. And really what we want to do is align our investments with our values. So that can be sort of doing less evil and getting rid of companies that don't align with our values. It can also be doing more good and investing in companies that do align with our values, or even things like impact investments that have a positive local impact.
What criteria does a company have to meet in order to be considered an ethical investment?
Well, everybody has a different set of values. So it's really important to understand that there are a wide range of sustainable investment options. And it's really easy for people to be able to make the switch. Most banks and credit unions now offer some sort of socially responsible or sustainable investment. But people specifically who want to divest from Tesla or other specific companies need to do a little extra homework and look under the hood of those funds to make sure that the companies they want to avoid actually aren't in there. Mm-hmm. Again, there are sort of a wide range of options. So it's about understanding the different options that are available. And what we do is help people find the option that aligns most closely with their values.
When people invest, they're looking for a return. There may be a conception out there that ethical investments may not make the same returns. How do they compare?
Yeah, that's definitely a misconception, Dan. Really, when it comes to socially responsible investments, historically, they've performed just about the same as traditional investments. And that's really what we expect looking forward as well.
What are you seeing in the market right now in terms of where people are putting their money, given the global upheaval that we've seen with stock indices going up and down amid what's happening with Tesla, among other things?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to investing, diversification is going to be our best friend, right? So we still want to sort of stick to our plan to have a diversified portfolio that does align with our values. I'm seeing a lot of people looking to avoid certain companies that are in the US. Tesla is definitely at the top of that hit list, but also things like for-profit prisons I've been getting a lot of questions about. So I think people are really starting to look inside of their portfolios to understand what companies are in there. And then even more people are looking to further diversify by looking at things like impact investments, community bonds. There's some really cool local investment options. So for people that have their elbows up and want to keep their money closer to home, we've got a bunch of free resources at my website, goodinvesting.com, including those funds that avoid certain companies, as well as impact investments where you can do good and have a positive financial return.
Tim Nash, president and founder of Good Investing. We appreciate your time and your perspective. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much, Dan.